People always ask me what it's actually like to live in Sarasota. Not the brochure version, not the highlight reel. So today, I'm going to show you. In this video, we're going over a real day in my life here in Sarasota. From the morning workout, to the school pickup, to the late night work session after the kids go to bed. Because the best way to understand what life in this city actually feels like is to just live a day of it together. I'm Chau. I'm a luxury property specialist and certified waterfront specialist here in Sarasota. And I didn't just move here. I was born and raised here. This city isn't just a backdrop for me. It's home in the truest sense of the word. Let's get into it. My morning starts with movement. And in Sarasota, that means you actually have options worth getting out of bed for. Some mornings, I'm walking the neighborhood streets before the city fully wakes up. And if you've never walked a tree-lined Sarasota street in the early morning when the light is coming through the canopy and it's already warm and quiet, that's genuinely one of the better things about living here. Other mornings, I'm doing mat and free weight training on an app called Build and Burn, developed by two local Sarasota sisters, which I love. There's something about supporting local, even in your workout routine, that just feels right. After that, it's breakfast. Yogurt, fruit, granola, and always a chai tea. That part is non-negotiable. Then we have the school run, which in our house means we're almost certainly leaving 5 minutes later than we should be. 3 kids, 1 car line, a 5-minute drive that somehow always feels like a close call, but we make it every time. Honestly, the chaos of a school morning with kids is one of those things that reminds you why you're doing all of it in the first place. By 9 o'clock, I'm on my first appointment of the day, and that can look like a lot of different things. A showing, a buyer consultation, a listing appointment, or sometimes just coffee and a real conversation with a client or friend. One of my favorite spots for that is Buttermilk. And if you haven't been, their biscuits are the kind of thing that make you genuinely glad you live somewhere. It's the kind of place that feels like Sarasota at its most local, unpretentious, warm, and really good. If it's Wednesday, I head into my office for coaching and collaboration with my broker and a group of fellow agents. This is one of the parts of my week I genuinely look forward to. We talk about what we're seeing in the market, work through challenges, share upcoming opportunities. There's a real camaraderie in that room. One of the things people don't always understand about being a real estate agent is that it can feel isolating. You're out there largely on your own. That Wednesday session is an anecdote to that. I never feel like I'm working alone because I know I have a team that genuinely makes me better. Lunch is usually something I packed and I work straight through. But when I do eat out, Columbia on St. Armands Circle is hard to beat. The 1905 salad, the fresh Cuban bread, if you know, you know. St. Armands Circle is one of those Sarasota spots that never gets old. You can have lived here your whole life and still feel like you're somewhere special when you're sitting there. Before I go on, if you're watching this because you're seriously thinking about making a move to Sarasota, I put together a resource for you. It's called the Sarasota Relocation Guide. Inside includes information on the top neighborhoods, the market conditions, the real cost of ownership, and so much more. It's everything I walk buyers through before they start touring, completely free. You can download it using the link in the description. Back to the day, because the afternoons are where things really start to feel like Sarasota. Some afternoons have showings, and though I shouldn't discriminate, the ones on Siesta Key and Longboat Key are my favorites. Not just because they're beautiful, but because any excuse to be near the water in the middle of a workday feels like a gift. I love that my office is essentially the Gulf Coast of Florida. That never stops being something I'm grateful for. Between appointments, there's research, marketing, preparation for buyers and sellers, the behind-the-scenes work that keeps everything moving. But the part of my day that I've structured my whole career around is the school pickup. I pick my kids up most days. I've made deliberate choices about how I work and when I work specifically so that I can be the one standing at that school door at the end of their day with a big hug and a smile. At our neighborhood elementary school, I can park and walk in and they come running out and immediately beg to stay and play on the playground while I chat with the other parents or take work calls with screaming children happily in the background. That image, that specific chaos is everything. From there, it's Arlington Park for swim practice, evening walks, or playground time. And if you want to see Sarasota at its most lively, go to Arlington Park on a weekday evening. Dog owners, tennis players, families, people out for a run after work, the park hums with this easy, happy energy that is so distinctly Sarasota. It's one of those places that make you feel like you live in a real community, not just a location. And if I've been smart about dinner, which I try to be, I've already picked something up from Morton's Market. Morton's is a Sarasota institution. Prepared food, great ingredients, and the kind of place that makes it possible to feed a family on a busy weeknight without completely losing your mind. We eat, I sit with the kids while they do homework, and I try to be as present as I can in those hours. After they go to bed, the late part of my workday begins. Emails, preparation for the next day, a social media post, whatever didn't get done earlier. It's quieter, it's focused, and there's something I genuinely like about working when the house is still. And then I collapse into bed and get ready to do it all over again. And that wraps up this video. If you would like my personal assistance with anything real estate related in Sarasota, my contact details can be found below.